Welcome back to another version of Lou's Redos. Today we're actually going to do a redo of one of my favorite beef dishes, which is steak au poivre. Normally a winter dish. We're doing it for Carl's birthday. He's been asking me for it.
For years.
For years. So today we're doing it, but we're doing it with a little bit of a twist. I'm redoing the recipe just a little bit.
Before we start, it seems like we have a new rule, Dad.
New rule.
Yeah, if you look behind you, Dad, can you read out that rule right there?
Always be nice to the chef.
They're the one cooking your food, folks.
That's it.
You don't know what they're going to do to it.
Always be nice to the chef. Alright, normally steak au poivre, what you would do is put some peppercorns in a bag, put them in a bowl, crush them, hit them with a rolling pin, hit them with a hammer, hit them with whatever you want. You would put them in a dish, like so. In this dish, however, I have something slightly different. Not only do I have the peppercorns, but I have coffee grinds. We're doing steak au poivre with pepper and coffee. We're adding a little more grinds. Now, the steak au poivre, it's a cream and brandy dish. So I was thinking about it, and I said, you know what? Coffee goes with cream. You have brandy with your coffee.
It's a bit of an Irish coffee there.
I think the combination works well. So what we're going to do, pan on the stove. If you have a cast iron, that's fine too. I already have some working. Pat of butter. A little bit of olive oil. That's my old vodka bottle, as you remember. And then what you would do with the filet, I like doing both sides. Just get a nice push on there. And as soon as this gets going, folks, now normally you would do 2 to 3 minutes each side, depending on how you want them. You want to cook to temperature, not to time. So what you want to do is put your meat in the pan. Okay. Just be aware of the time, like I said. You want to go to an internal temperature in the middle of the fillet. If you want them on the rare side, 125, 130. And obviously every 5 you go up, it's going to get more and more cooked. Just be aware. Again, cook to temperature, not time. So if I say, 2 to 4 minutes, 2 minutes per side, rather a total of 4, you're going with a rare piece of meat. What's recommended when doing the steak au poivre is you do the 2 to 3 minutes per side. If you're not up to temp, put it in a pan, put it in the oven. Let it finish off in the oven and leave the pan, and you can make your sauce. Give this another few seconds, and I'm going to start flipping over We're pushing on about 2 minutes on the first side. This, once again, happens to be one of my favorite dishes to eat. I love steak au poivre. I used to have a friend of mine who used to work with me. He was my sous chef, Al. He used to make me the veal tenderloin au poivre.
Oh, that sounds
just off the hook.
Oh, that does sound really good.
Yeah, it was off the hook. So,
for those of you that don't know what veal is, look it up.
That's the expensive piece of meat in the rack.
Yeah.
Yeah. Veal obviously is a young cow, but very, very tender, milk-fed. Just
delicious.
Very good, folks.
Yeah.
Now, as you're cooking, you can see if you want to pan in a little here.
Yeah. Pan in, no pun intended.
No pun. You're still rare, so you still have plenty of time to go with the beef. Just let it cook, folks. Let it do its thing. You don't want to do that because you're knocking off the peppercorns from the beef. We can give it 1 more minute. I'll give it a temperature check, but we're not even going to be close.
Not ready just yet?
No. No, we still got a way to go with this. So what I'm going to do, just let it keep cooking. While this is cooking up, what I'm going to do I'm going to take it out. We're going to finish it in the oven. As you can see, I have some more in there. And we're going to put it back in the oven.
How long in the oven?
Till you hit temp. Just keep checking. Actually, what I should do, all right, let's do this first. What I want to do now is remove some of the fat. But I don't want to remove the coffee grinds or the peppercorns. Okay. And I'm going to add some shallots.
Shallots are like little purple onions.
That's
kinda.
exactly what they are. We're going to add just one more tab of butter. Now,
This is my favorite part.
3 to 4 ounces of brandy,
Maybe 5.
maybe 5.
And here
Please.
we go.
Take it off the stove when you do that.
And don't try this at home. Or do it if you really want to.
And that's what you want to do. That's the effect you're looking for. You want the flame.
It is called a flambe for a reason.
Now, what most people don't know, if you have a grease fire, the one thing that will put out a grease fire is milk or cream. So you want to add 5 ounces, 6 ounces of cream. I'm adding a little bit more. I have a lot of beef.
Who you got beef with?
I have a beef with you.
Alright, I see how it is.
So, and you want to start, you want to pull that goodness, you want to deglaze all that wonderful flavors off the bottom of the pan.
Can't even say anything back. I gotta be nice to the chef now.
Yeah, if you want to eat.
It's like the bottom of the chocolate milk glass. All the dark powdered up chocolate milk that gets just clumped up at the bottom.
Same idea.
Mm-hmm.
I added just a splash of chicken stock, just to loosen it a bit. I'm going to bring this back up, or up to a boil. I don't want it to get too crazy though. I do not have it on a high heat. You want it to get thick enough just where it coats the back of the spoon. Let that drop down a little bit. I'm checking internal temperatures on the one that I had cooked right before I started here. They still need another few minutes. I'm only about 120, which is extremely rare. So I'm going to put those back in for another few minutes. Now, depending on who you talk to, every chef has a different version of what to do next. Some say dish the filet and put the sauce on top. Some say add the meat right to the pan and let it finish off in the sauce. You do want the meat to rest for a few minutes though, to just absorb its own juices.
You don't want to cut it too early.
Yeah, it's like anything else. It's like you cook a roast beef. You take it out, you let it set for a few minutes. Same with a turkey. You let it set before you cut it. All the same. Mm-hmm. And that's the same here. The meat is only at 120. I can put it in the sauce and bring it up to temp in the sauce. It's whatever it is you want to do. Actually, I may do that.
It's just going to absorb sauce anyway.
So it doesn't really matter.
Nah. It's going to be eaten.
So what I'm going to do, Ladies and gentlemen, I give you steak au poivre with a twist. This is not only peppercorn, it's a coffee pepper steak au poivre. So now I'm going to let that rest. I'm going to pop those in the oven for another few minutes. Enjoy. Again, it's more wintry, but it's for Carl's birthday.
Yeah.
So happy birthday to Carl.
Thanks, Dad.
Like us, share us, comments. Please subscribe to the station so we can keep going. Enjoy and good cooking.